Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Boom, 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 boom. It's a beautiful Monday morning in the Nature South, I must say. And you're currently streaming live with us in the Nature South, baby, on Actonville TV. Yeah. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Join the conversation, interact with us live as we are streaming live, and you can comment at the bottom of the screen right there. Or if you wish to keep your views and comments anonymous, you're welcome to use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of the screen throughout the entire show. So we've got a jam-packed lineup for you guys this morning, alright? So as you know, we've got our Wackett Simpson prank, yeah. And then we've got our, it's a beautiful story, okay? It's about these disturbing stories with La Llorona, okay? And we're talking about La Llorona sightings that prove that she actually walks among us, which is quite interesting. Hosting the show with me today, she will be hitting our screens a little bit later, is Veronica Ivy, all the way in the United States of America. Thank you so much for joining us on screens, Veronica. And feel free to share your views, your comments, your beliefs, or whatever you might know about this lady that we're going to talk about or discuss today. And also, don't forget, we've got lots of talent, great musical talent coming up. And if you've got talent as well, don't forget you are allowed to showcase your talent. If you've got a smartphone, record everything in landscape. Don't hold your phone upright. Record everything in landscape and send it to us, or drop us a message in the bottom column where it has your comment section, and tell us. We'd like to know the procedures to getting our stuff on Actonville TV. Alright, then to end off the show, as we have our favorite stand-up comedian all the way in Durban, we call her Auntie Sheila. Well, it's going to be a 1 hour full of fun as you've got the lineup. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to kick it off with Wackett Simpson.
See flooring differently. Innova Floor Santon. Contact us today.
Welcome back, guys. Alright. If you just joined us, don't forget this is a live show. This is about interaction with you guys as the public. Comment in the comment section where you'll find it at the bottom of the screen. Interact with us, right? Share your views, even if it's just a hazard or a happy birthday or I'm on my way to work. I would love to know. I love the public actually interacting with me in studio. Alright, as we kick off the Crack of Dawn show, let's open this up with a quick bang. Here is Wackett Simpson.
So Fatima wants to set up her hubby, and so this is the situation. So they've gone out and they've bought a beautiful table, 10,000 rand this table, right? Gorgeous table. And now he is in his murren because you get those cup marks.
Oh, like watermarks.
Yeah.
People don't use coasters.
Exactly right.
Hey.
So it almost like you get the water ones, but he's been putting hot cups, and it's almost as if it's like burning through the varnish. But there's probably cold cups and a bit of condensation too. That's causing the watermarks. So now he's like, I didn't pay 10,000 rand for a table that's gonna do this. This you've conned me with this table now. So I demand that you replace it or you fix it.
But something needs to be done.
Yeah. So he's gone and he's dropped the table off. They came collect the table. It's back there now. So I'm the guy at the shop now. And I'm going to phone, because they're having a bit of a back and forth, and wife says, listen, just send him over the edge here with this story. Okay?
I love wifey already. Send him over the edge.
Which I believe I'm more than qualified to do. Okay, so I'm playing the part of Pierre from the shop.
It will work. I'll tell you it will work.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold and I'm going to give him a call.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm looking for Mr. Amcha.
Speaking. speaking.
My name is Pierre. I'm calling you from Valgaard. I'm taking over the account from Valencia.
Yes.
So we can't not put a cost to the repairs, sir.
Now, then I think I go my legal way and I go see my lawyer. We put it in the papers and we take it from there. Because that is not my problem. I can tell you myself.
Let me tell you what.
And I'm going to expose your people. Yes, see, I got a table which I bought in Joshua Doors 20 years ago.
Yes.
And that table, I can show you, is standing now currently in the lounge.
Sir,
So
well,
I think what we do, I took some photos before already, before the table went to you. And I think I knew a stuff like this is going to happen. Now, through this, I got my evidence, hard evidence.
okay, sir,
I can't pay for the table 10,000 rand and look at the table not even after 6 months.
we can't be held responsible for you putting hot stuffs on a bare table. Okay.
So no. You got it wrong. So listen, what I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Pierce,
Yes.
if you want this food, you put it into a container.
Yes.
You make sure that the tablecloth is on.
Which you obviously didn't do.
Okay, you telling me I didn't do it.
Yes.
You think now, Mr. Pierce, I'm so stupid to pay 10,000 rand for the table and put things like that. I'm not yesterday's guy, Mr. Pierce.
Sorry, I can't.
If you do your test,
Let me do a test right now. I'm here by the table. I've made a hot cup of coffee. Listen. There you go. I put it on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. There's no marks.
no, that's nonsense. Tell me now. You tell me now that I make that on purpose.
You're just mistreating this like a stray dog.
What do you think? What am I? I'm a guy from the street, sir.
No, I'm
So what are
saying.
you telling me now? I'm not deserve a good table like that. How can you say me like that, my dear? How can you do? How can you make a statement like that, huh? Come and see my antique furniture in my house, huh?
Because
I mean, I've got more expensive stuff like that. This message come to mind, and then you can see yourself. No, then I think I'll come face the table, then I go to the court. Finish.
you can't take it till you pay.
No, why do you come and now tell me? Listen now. You told me, listen. I'm coming through to the factory now, okay?
We will do one of two things. We will either resell the table to recoup the costs, or we will just destroy it. I've got a buyer in the shop right now for the table.
You do what you think. You share the table with UPS. I'm telling you, I'm warning you now.
Can you
if
just-
you sell my table,
Can you just...
then you will see the you're going to eat a fin.
Hello, sir. Yes, how can I help you? You want the table? Okay, I'll give it you for 2,000 rand. 10 to 12 seater. It's beautiful. You want it? Okay, it's yours.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Gulam,
Yes?
don't worry about it. It's gone.
No, you can't do that. How can you sell my table? That's not right.
Sorry.
I'm coming to your factory now.
No.
He's furious now. Now he's going to go straight to the factory. He is mad.
Hello?
It's PS, yeah.
Yes, what's your problem?
Talk nicely to me, please.
I'm on the way to you now, sir.
Okay, hold on one sec.
Hello?
Gulam, it's Wackhead Simpson. How are you?
Man, broer, man. Die kan maar niet zeker lontjes maken, man. Wat dan, ja, man. Ik doe terug het 180 of 500 nou, you don't know. My blood pressure is now up now. I don't know what to say. If you do anything now.
Have a chat to your wife. She's on the line with me.
I'm gonna...
Gulam,
Yeah?
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, that just shows you can also be pranked.
Oh,
Okay, I'll see you down. Love you. Salam.
alright. Okay.
Okay, Darren.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Cool, Fatima.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can't believe it. You can't believe it.
You know, the worst thing for me in a prank is when somebody just shuts down and they go to whoever is
Yeah.
No,
thing.
Gulam was on his way to that factory.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen if I don't get there before. You know?
But Fatima's laughter in the background. Salam.
Wonderful prank this morning, keeping the laughs going and your energy up with positive feelings. Well, let's take a quick break and we come back. We're going to get a little bit more serious with Veronica Ivy straight after this. I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine. Welcome back, you crack of daughters. Well, we just finished off Wackett Simpson's prank, as that's the opening of our show every single morning. And if you just joined us, welcome to the show, guys. You are currently streaming live with us in the nation south on Etonville TV. Yeah. Alright, now it's time to get a little bit serious, as we want to educate you every day. And we kind of like hitting it documentary style, yeah? Alright, so joining me on our screens is Veronica Ivy, as she's talking about her top 5 disturbing La Llorona sightings that prove that she actually walks amongst us. Now, if you look at La Llorona, right? Now, as we start off, she's going to start, as Veronica starts off, she's going to start off with numbers. She's going to count you down from number 5 to her 1. And she's going to kick it off with La Llorona's, origin. She's going to discuss with you a couple of things, and I did a little bit of research myself, and when I checked out La Llorona, it was actually about, it's basically like about the crying woman, or they like to call her the wailer, right? And I mean, she is a Mexican vengeful ghost who is said to roam near bodies of water, right? Mourning her children who she drowned in a jealous rage after discovering her husband was actually cheating on her. But let's take a look at what Veronica Ivy has to say as she goes a little bit in depth of this story.
A mother's love knows no end, and a spirit's grief knows no boundaries. Yes, today we're talking about the perpetrator that has caused hundreds of enraged noise complaints over the years. Wait, was that not a good transitional sentence? Do you not know who I'm talking about? It's La Llorona. Hi, I'm V, and today I'll be filling your curious craniums with the top 5 disturbing La Llorona sightings that prove she walks among us. Number 5, origin story. Just to make sure everyone is on the same page, let's start off today with the origin of the La Llorona legend. La Llorona's origin varies across different regions and cultures, but a common thread weaves through most of the versions. One popular narrative is set in Mexico during the time of the Aztecs or the Spanish conquest. According to this version, La Llorona was a beautiful young woman named Maria. She was of humble origin but caught the eye of a wealthy nobleman, and they fell in love. They married and had 2 sons together, but as time passed, her husband's affections waned, and he abandoned Maria for a younger woman. Consumed by jealousy, anger, and despair, Maria, in a fit of madness, drowned her sons in a river. Realizing the gravity of her horrific actions, she was unable to find solace and eventually drowned herself as well. Another version suggests that La Llorona was an indigenous woman who fell in love with a Spanish conquistador and bore him children. When he rejected her and their offspring, she drowned them in a river and then died of grief. Her restless spirit is said to wander riverbanks, wailing and searching for her lost offspring. La Llorona is now depicted as a spectral, weeping woman with long, dark hair, dressed in white, and her eyes glowing with an eerie light. She's often seen or heard at night, especially near bodies of water where her cries shoot through the darkness. The legend warns that encountering her can bring misfortune, and her mournful lament is believed to foretell death or tragedy. La Llorona serves as a heartbreaking symbol of the consequences of one's actions. Her story is a reminder of the dangers of unchecked jealousy, the sorrow of broken families, and the dark path that swallowed emotions can lead a person down. She's also a warning to youngins, advising them to obey their parents and stay away from dangerous places, especially at night. Over the years, La Llorona has become a popular figure, appearing in books, films, and various forms of media, but she has also remained a prominent figure in the paranormal sighting community, and that's why we're here now.
Now, as you'll notice, we are chatting about, La Llorona and a lot of her versions, scary versions, legendary versions, and some will call them regional versions. Now, if you look at the legend, it also has a wide variety of details and versions, right? And in a typical version of the legend, a beautiful woman named Maria, which Veronica did mention, marries a rich ranchero, okay? And to whom she actually bears 2 kids. Now, one day, Maria sees her husband with another woman, and in a fit of blind rage, she drowns their children in a river, which she immediately regrets. Unable to actually save them and consumed by guilt, as Veronica also mentioned, she drowns herself as well, but is unable to, well, enter the afterlife. So basically, you'll notice all of these legendary stories are forced to be in purgatory and roam the earth until she finds her children. Now, in another version of the story, her children are illegitimate, and she drowns them so that their father cannot take them away to be raised by his new wife. Recurring themes in variations on the La Llorona myth include a white, wet dress, nocturnal wailing, and an association with water. Coming in at number 4, Rio Grande.
Number 4, Rio Grande. On the banks of Rio Grande, where the river's flowing stream met the expansive Texas sky, a lone traveler stumbled into an encounter that blurred the lines between reality and folklore. The moon hung suspiciously low, casting a glow on the water as the traveler, a weary soul in search of respite, set up camp near the river. As the night sky shifted above him, a melody drifted through the air, a sorrowful song that seemed to stem from the river itself. The traveler felt a cool, alluring tingle down their spine as the notes intensified, becoming more sorrow-filled with each changing tone. They followed the tune along the riverbank, guided by a force that ignored rationality. In the haze, La Llorona emerged, draped in her flowing white gown, her eyes filled with guilt and boiling over with an eternal sorrow. The traveler watched as she glided along the water's edge, her weeping a lament that echoed through the night. With the first life, La Llorona's melody melted into the river's current. The traveler carried the heft of the encounter. From that night forward, the once weary traveler wandered with a newfound awareness, a story to tell, though few would believe the dance he shared by the Rio Grande.
As we continue to share the disturbing stories with La Llorona sightings that prove she actually walks among us, we've got love coming in on YouTube with Ravi Naganaidu. Good morning. He says, good morning, Kimster. Morning, Uncle Ravi. How are you doing? Uncle Ravi, I know you're quite a popular gentleman. We are trying to up our numbers on our YouTube channel. Please, can you share the link? Thank you so much. And thanks for joining the show. We love you, and we love you mainly for your support and the person that you are. Thank you so much. Alright, so as we continue to educate you on the legend of La Llorona, let's get a little bit of positive vibes into this conversation as it's getting a bit too serious. And we are the Crackadan show to keep you happy, positive, vibed up, as well as we want you to smile when you're going to work in the morning, yeah? Alright, so coming up next, we've got a Ronnie Dyson. I just don't want to be lonely. Everybody knows this one, but today it's been covered by Gurdas with a bit of a reggae touch.
You're going away, just don't wanna be lonely. And I don't care if we share only moments a day, just don't wanna be lonely. I'd rather be loved and need, depending on to give a love I can't give. When you're gone, when you're gone, I just don't wanna be lonely. I don't mind when the time sets the sun to the moon, I just don't wanna be lonely. Let the stars find you there at the end of the moon. Just don't wanna be lonely. I'd rather be loved and need, depending on to give a love I can't give. When you're gone, I just when you're gone. I just don't wanna be lonely. I don't mind when the time sets the sun to the moon. I just don't wanna be lonely. Let the stairs find you there at the end of the moon. I just don't wanna be lonely. I'd rather be loved and need, depending on to give the love I can't give when you're gone. When you're
That was Ronnie Dyson's I Just Don't Want to Be Lonely today, being performed for you guys by, well, everybody knows quoted us as we're making them well-known right here on Attenborough TV, as they put a little bit of a reggae touch to it. Hope that made your Monday morning a little bit more vibey, a little bit more positive as you will look forward to the week. When we come back, we're going to continue the top 5 disturbing La Llorona stories with Veronica Ivy.
Are you looking for transport from Lenasia South to surrounding areas for work? Look no further, contact Jones 083 298 5054.
Welcome back, guys. If you just joined us, you are still streaming live with us in Lenasia South on Attenborough TV. Yeah. Well, this is the Crocodile Show for those of you who don't know. And, well, I'll be your host every single time that you watch the show right here on Attenborough TV. I'm Kimera, Heeralal, guys. Alright, join the conversation. Comment in the comment section at the bottom of the screen. Or if you wish to stay anonymous, you're welcome to use our WhatsApp line. Yeah. Well, we've got them all. We've got all the connections. So, yeah, join the conversation. Alright, so as we cut to great music as we were talking about something serious, scary, and a little bit disturbing. We've got Veronica Ivy, who's standing by to finish her top 5 disturbing La Llorona sightings that actually prove that she walks amongst us. So, there's a few legend stories, okay? So we spoke about Mexico, we spoke about Rio Grande, and then I come to find out about Guatemala. Now, according to the local legend, there are different legends and different stories out there, but we've done good research, yeah? So let's look at the Guatemala right now. So according to the local legend, in Guatemala City lived a woman who had an affair with a lover. This is another version of the story. Okay, and then she became pregnant and gave birth to a child named Juan de la Cruz, who she drowned so her husband would not know. Which is actually quite sad. Now this version actually makes more sense for a mother, you know. So anyways, the woman was condemned in her afterlife to search for her murdered son in every place where there's a pool of water. Okay, and then she does that by crying out for him, hence her moniker of the wailing woman, La Llorona. And it is a popular scary legend that is one iteration or another has been told to generations of children. And the terrifying cry of "Oh my children" or "Mis hechos" is well known due to the story. Now, additionally, one peculiar detail is that when a person hears the cry from afar, it means that a ghost is nearby. It also means that the ghost is afar. So someone unlucky enough to face the spectre is won over to the afterlife, never to be seen again. Coming in at number 3 with Veronica Ivy, we got Yucatan Jungle.
Number 3. Yucatan Jungle. Deep within the heart of the Yucatan Jungle, where dense foliage covered the abundance of unseen creatures, a group of archaeologists stumbled upon more than just the remnants of an ancient civilization. The air hung stiff with the humidity of the forest as the team tirelessly excavated the secrets concealed within the ancient Mayan temple. One evening, as the last stretches of sunlight fell beneath the horizon, the group found themselves surrounded in an eerie stillness. It was as if the forest itself was waiting for something something supernatural. Unfazed by the chittering that whispered through the leaves, the team continued their work, their excavation lights cutting through the darkness. As the night deepened, a haunting melody broke through the foliage, a sorrowful song that seemed to defy the laws of direction. The group, initially dismissing it as the whimsy of the jungle, exchanged curious glances. Ignoring the warnings of their local guides, they decided to follow the tune, their steps guided by a blend of curiosity, pride, and reckless determination. From the shadows emerged a figure, a specter veiled in mist, her form flickering in and out of this plane of existence. La Llorona materialized among the ancient stones, her mournful wails blending with the sounds of the darkened forest. The archaeologists, frozen between wonder and terror, watched as she moved throughout the ruins, a phantom of the past now haunting the present. Her eyes, hollow and filled with an ancient sorrow, met theirs briefly before she disappeared into the backdrop of the jungle. The archaeologists, shaken to their core, exchanged concerned glances, their disbelief replaced by a lingering sense of discomfort. The Yakuten jungle had revealed not only the whispers of the ancient Mayans, but also a strange connection to a spectral realm that surpassed their basic understanding. The following days were marked by an unspoken understanding among the team, the shared acknowledgement of an encounter that defied the boundaries of science. As they packed up their equipment, the melody lingered in the air, a reminder that in the heart of the Yakuten jungle, where past and present converged, La Llorona's weeping tale would forever be etched into the memories of their expedition. A tale told in the language of ancient stones and spectral echoes.
Alright, so we're going across many different legendary stories, but all of them come down to the same thing about her kids and her love life. Basically, her husband. And then it's either some stories have another man involved, and then the other stories is just that her husband cheated on her. Okay, so as we got love coming in from Ravi Nagan Mario on YouTube, he did continue to respond to me saying, sharing is caring, I will repost the show daily, my baby. And I've also responded, well, thank you, Uncle Ravi. Peace. Alright guys, as we continue to educate you on the legend of La Llorona, let's look at the story that comes from the United States of America. Alright, so in the southwestern United States, the story of La Llorona is told to scare children into good behavior. So I believe that the story must have been edited, as you know, Americans have their ways with kids. Alright, so this story in America was actually well tailored to scare children into just behaving well. Okay, now sometimes specifically to deter children from playing near dangerous waters, they also told them that her cries are heard as she talks and walks around the street or nearby bodies of water to scare children from wandering around. Now, resembling the stories of, they call it Ikuki, in Chumash mythology, indigenous to Southern California, La Llorona is linked to the Nunasis, a mythical creature with a cry similar to that of a newborn baby. It is also very popular and known as one of the most popular stories. Coming in at number 2, Mexico City.
Number 2, Mexico City. In the heart of Mexico City, a group of friends embarked on a dare that would end up forever binding them to the threads of La Llorona. Armed with flashlights and an inept sense of invincibility, they set out to explore an abandoned hacienda on the outskirts, a place rumored to be haunted by none other than the weeping woman herself. The night grew dry with the weight of anticipation as the friends approached the crumbling structure. The once grand hacienda stood as a weathered testament to a bygone era, its walls whispering faded echoes of forgotten laughter and hushed secrets. Undeterred by the warnings of the locals, the friends crossed the threshold into a realm where it was said that the veil between the living and the dead began to thin. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinthian halls, a cooled wind swept through the abandoned corridors, extinguishing their dim lanterns one by one. Shadows danced along the walls, and the air grew thick with tension. Yet, fueled by bravado and teenage recklessness, the friends still pressed on, their laughter masking the chill cold fear that chipped at the edges of their cracking bravado. It was in the heart of the hacienda, where the silence held a new weight, that the first notes reached their ears, a distant weeping that seemed to pour from the rundown walls. Still ignoring their instinct to flee, they followed the mournful wails like prideful moths drawn to an unseen flame. The melody led them to a dimly lit chamber, where a figure stood in a flowing white gown materialized from the shadows. La Llorona, with tear-streaked eyes and an aura of profound sorrow, stood before them. The friends, frozen in a tableau of disbelief, watched as she glided through the air, wailing louder and louder with each passing second, her form defying the laws of this tangible world. Her weeping, a haunting sob, echoed throughout the hacienda. In that moment, the bravado that had lured them into the abandoned building gave way to a collective realization. They were trespassers in an isolated location, haunted by the weeping woman. The friends fled, their feet pounding through the halls as they raced to escape. As they stumbled out into the cold night air, the abandoned hacienda stood silent, concealing the secrets and sorrows that had been revived by the encounter. The friends, forever changed by the weeping woman, carried the weight of that night for the rest of their lives, a tale whispered among them in hushed tones.
As the Veronica stories just keep getting creepier and creepier as we're talking about La Llorona today, let's jump to a positive and uplifting song. As everybody knows, Toto, hold the line. But today it's been covered by 826 from India. Check them out.
It's not on the way that you told me. It's not on the way you say you're mine.
That was a Toto's Hold the Line being performed and covered by A26 all the way in India. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I know I certainly did. Let's take a quick break though. When we come back, we got Veronica Ivy standing by with her number one disturbing La Llorona story. We'll come back straight after this.
See flooring differently. Innovar Floor Santon. Contact us today.
As we're talking about, the legend of La Llorona, lots of legendary stories. We're not really sure what the original story is right now because we've been through so many. I've researched so many different versions of the original story, and I'm not even sure which one will turn out to be the original story, as you got Veronica Ivy sharing with us many different versions. And then I did my own research on La Llorona herself, real name Maria, and I come to find out that every single different country has their own version of this woman, and it's quite scary. It's ridiculously weird. Anyway, I come across the legend in Venezuela. Oh, what a beautiful one. Okay, so anyway, they say the tale of La Llorona is set in the Venezuelan Alados during the colonial period. Now, La Llorona is said to be the spirit of a woman that died of sorrow after her children were killed, either by herself or by her family. Anyways, families traditionally place wooden crosses above their doors to ward off such spirits. Anyways, we've got Veronica Ivy standing by to give you her number one disturbing La Llorona story.
Number 1, San Miguel. In the town of San Miguel, where cobblestone streets wind their way between houses, painted in vibrant colors and lavish decor, a tale of terror slunk through the hushed conversations of locals. It was a night draped in a queasy stillness, like it was begging for a tragedy, when the haunting cries of La Llorona echoed along the banks of the meandering river. Juan, a seasoned fisherman, was making his way home under the cloak of darkness. The air was thick with tension, and the moon cast a glowing reflection on the waters. As Juan neared the riverbank, an unsettling sobbing pierced through the silence. The weeping grew louder, blending with the rustling leaves and the gentle murmur of the river. Fear gnawed at Juan, yet an inexplicable force propelled him forward. The shadows merged in ominous patterns, concealing the origin of the haunting wails. And then, from the darkness, she materialized, a figure cloaked in a flowing white gown. Her face, veiled by the dreadful night, bore the weight of an inconsolable sorrow. The air grew colder as if the night mourned with her. La Llorona glided along the riverbank with an uncanny grace. Her cries reverberated through the stillness. Juan, transfixed by a mixture of terror and empathy, watched as she drifted through the heavy night as an embodiment of heartache. Unable to tear his gaze away, Juan felt a paralysis grip him, a force that held him captive in the presence of supernatural grief. As La Llorona reached the water's edge, her form seemed to dissolve into a mist, leaving Juan standing alone, stranded in the echoes of her sorrow. The next morning, the townsfolk discovered Juan on the riverbank, a shell of the proud man he once was. His eyes, once filled with resilience and pride of a seasoned fisherman, now wore only the profound anguish he had witnessed the night before. That brings us to the end of today's list. Do you know any legends similar to that of La Llorona? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Well, most of you guys. I like hearing from the 90% of you who don't say really weird things, like some things that will likely get you put on a watch list or something. Most of you guys are super sweet, like Leo. I always love hearing from Leo. Everyone should be more like Leo. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed my rambling, and of course, I hope you learned something. Keep it curious, cuties. Bye.
Bye, Veronica! Alright, so her favorite and biggest fan is Leo in her comments. As you can see that we actually work in two different production houses. But shout out to Leo for always supporting Veronica Ivy. I'd like to give a big shout out to Ravi Nagan Naidu, who always supports the show in the morning no matter what or where he is. Love you, Uncle Ravi. Yeah, hope you go be okay. All right, so as we want to keep you well entertained this morning, we've fully educated you on La Llorona sightings and weird stories about she actually existing and still lurking around Earth globally, guys. I mean, this is happening in Mexico. They got a story. There's a different kind of tale in United States in America. Then I also of America, sorry. And then I also shared with you Venezuela stories. I also continued to go to the origins I got it from. Wait. Just hold on. I want to do this in order. Okay, so this is the regional versions, right? Veronica covered Mexico, and then I went to they call it Guatemala. And then I also mentioned the United States of America, and there's also another story in Venezuela. Now, I haven't heard a South African version yet, but it's probably not in English. Anyways, moving on to our positive vibes this morning with great music. Coming up next, everybody knows TLC Scrubs. Yeah. Today it's being covered by Too Unique from Durban Chatsworth. Check them out.
Come on. Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly, is also known as a buster. Always a talking about what he wants, sits on his broke. So I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and I don't wanna meet you nowhere. Don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's right, trying so hard at me. Yeah. Scrub is a guy, no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's right. Listen, the scrub checking me, but his game is pretty weak. Know that he cannot approach me, cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Get with a deadbeat, I say so. I don't want your number, I don't wanna give you mine, and I don't wanna meet you nowhere. Don't want none of your time. Hey, scrub is a guy, no love from me. Hanging up the passenger side. Oh, trying to holler at me. Hanging up the passenger side of his best friend's ride. There's a car and you're walking. If you live at home with your mama, oh yes, I'm talking to you. And if you have a shawty that you don't show love, oh yes, wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no scrub. Hey, baby, woo. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Try to holler at me. I don't want it no more. If you can spatially expand my horizons, then that leaves you in a class for scrubs, never rising. I don't find it surprising if you don't have the G's to please me and bounce from here to the coast of overseas. So, let me give you something to think about. Intended that your mind's with intentions to ten you out. Never get the focus of the picture in front of me. You as clear as DVD on digital TV screen. Satisfy my appetite with something spectacular. Take your vernacular, and then I get back to you with double like precision. Insatiable is what I envision. Got to take a solution from your present position. No mister, think quickly if you really wanna know. I said I couldn't be a silly hey. Not really deep eyes and all my senoritas stepping on your feet like they don't hear me though. I don't want no scrub. hanging out the passenger side. Best friends ride, trying to holler at me, baby.
TLC Scrubs, and today's cover version was actually done beautifully by King Unique all the way from Durban, Chatsworth. Boom, 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 boom. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright, as you know, it's come towards that time where we're going to kick it off with our fun facts for kids time, but there might be a couple of facts that you've never heard of. So yeah, you being an adult watching this show this morning, you might learn a few things that your kids, well, you never know. You can learn a few things from your kids every day. Yeah. Alright, when we come back, we're going to talk about our fun facts hitting it geography style. Welcome back, guys. Alright. It's that time of the morning where we're almost done with our full hour show. But it's that part where it's about fun facts this morning. And what I love doing is fun facts for kids. Today, it's called Geography Facts for Kids. So yeah, if you're still in school and you're hitting geography and you're like, what? I didn't know that. Let me teach you something new today. Okay, let's revise what we did in the last episode, right? We spoke about, did you know that there may have been 4 different ice ages where the world was completely covered in ice? Remember that one? Then I also mentioned the world's heaviest carrot grown by Christopher Qualley in the United States weighed 10.7 kilograms. Oh yeah. And then I also taught you guys French fries. It actually originated in Belgium and not France. Alright, here's a brand new facts for you this morning. I hope you guys are well educated as you leave the show every day. You learn something before you go. Okay, so did you know that 90% of the Earth's population lives in the northern hemisphere? Check it out if you don't believe me. Alright, here's another fun fact for you this morning. Did you know that there is a tree called the idiot fruit? Okay, it grows in Australia's Daintree rainforest. Quite interesting. I wonder why they call it the idiot fruit. Alright, did you know the smallest country in the world is the Vatican City in Rome, Italy? It's only about 109 acres. Alright, here's another fun fact for you guys this morning. And did you know it took nearly 1,500 years to build Stonehenge? Quite interesting, yeah? Alright, when we come back, okay, we're not going to take a break. I think we should invite Auntie Sheila to hit our screens, yeah? Let's do that. Alright, coming up next, we got Auntie Sheila. As you know, with her humor, she does teach you a great, value lesson, you know, in your life. And, let's check out what she has to say this morning. Here comes Auntie Sheila.
Oh, I like this question. Someone asked me, because you know how good I am to give advice, because you know me, I'm an ayah, and I got a lot of experience. Anyway, someone asked me, how do we deal, with family members and stuff prying into our life? Now, let me just explain something to your babies. This is the culture of the Indian community, unfortunately. I don't know if it's only specific to Indian community. It could be everywhere else. But people don't like to mind their own business. You know, I always say this. You must shut your ass and mind your own business. Because if you look into your business, you got lots of weeds in your garden that you need to, pull out. So this is what I am saying. You never worry about what these, my Masundris will talk like a quiet cat, behind your back. We worry too much about what people want to say. And I always say this, people will never stop talking. They'll never stop needling your ass. But you can't worry about the rubbishes. You can't worry about people who got nothing better to do with their life than worry and, focus on their lives, but they want to come and worry about you. I always say this, they don't want to worry about what's cooking in their house. They don't want to worry about the smell in their ass. They want to come away and worry and focus about what's happening in our house. So this is what you do. You ignore the external noise because they're not putting food on your table. Are they doing anything for you? Are they itching your leg when your leg is itching? Are they pressing your head when your head is paining? What they doing? All they doing is sitting and gassing, but they're forgetting the weeds in their house. So how you deal with families, what you do is you tell them, cut them short. Mind your own business. Got nothing to do with you. Me, I focus on my own life and I focus on my family's life. I don't, and my family, when I say it is Tata and me. My mother, my father, my sister, children, that's it, and Tata's family, a close family. I don't worry about Ata, Mata, what you say. What you saying doesn't tickle me in the least. But so that's the problem in our Indian community. We need to focus on our own life. Stop smelling somebody else's stink. Worry about your own stink.
Auntie Sheila, everybody, beautifully delivered. Addressing nosy family members. I tell you, family members. Let me just say, it's not only with the Indian community that I know, because I have, in every race a friend. So every single one, it's just with humanity that people are just nosy. I'm just putting it out there. And I'm not lying. You've been through this where your sister was inquisitive, or your neighbor was inquisitive, or somebody at work was minding your business. Yeah, it happens. It happens everywhere. It's a global thing. Like really. Alright, let's take a quick break. A bit more fun facts for you guys. Also, a little bit of information on the next show.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing, mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money, or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, guys. Alright, if you just joined us, you missed a full hour of fun, but hey, you know what? You can click on this link again and you can watch the show again over and over again. It will always be there for you. This is episode 173 on our YouTube channel called Attenville TV. Yeah. It's everywhere. Alright, so getting back to our fun facts this morning, as I wanted to keep it fun, as I discussed that we should talk about fun facts for kids and a bit of geography in it in today's topic. Yeah. Alright, so before you go, here's two more fun facts for you on the geography side. Let's talk about, did you know the city of Bangkok in Thailand has the longest name in the world and is actually called Krangtep Mahanakon Amon Natanakonsen Mahatara Yutaya Mahadalang Fop Dofarap Ratchetani Barum Adomachrabet Mahasatan Amanpiman Awatin Sahit Sakatia with Sanukam Prasan. That's wrong. I couldn't even say it properly. Oh my god, guys, that's the right name for Bangkok in Thailand. Google it. I'm serious. Yeah, seriously, Google it and you'll see. And for those of you who just joined the show, I can see lots of numbers coming in. I think it's Facebook. Anyway, listen, if you missed the show, you missed a really jam-packed show. There's music, there's entertainment actually, and there's a lot of stories as we like to educate on the show. But don't forget, there's a funny part in the beginning where we have Wack and Simpson's prank to make you laugh. So yeah, if you are watching the show for the very first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already, guys. And don't forget, Attenville TV has two shows. It has the Crack of Dawn show, the one you're watching now, and then in the evenings we go real on a beautiful spiritual journey, as it is called, The Journey, exploring Hinduism. Remember, it is an open platform. It's not about only, okay, you have to be Hindu to watch the show. No, it's nice to be well educated and to actually see sometimes when we talk about other cultures going hand in hand into Hinduism, it's a beautiful educational experience as well. well as I think it will uplift you in your spiritual path as you're growing. I know it will, because being educated on culture and learning about different cultures as well as your own will make it just one beautiful thing, and everything just starts to make sense, especially when, you know, I love those days when we bring in Jainism and Buddhism and Christianity and we discuss all of these things, and when we tell stories with timestamps, we actually have a better understanding of how every single thing comes together, and how when we all pray it goes to one higher being and one higher power. It's a beautiful and amazing. Join me tonight at 7 p.m. on the Journey Show, guys. It's going to be quite an interesting journey. Anyways, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Let's have a bit of fun. As well, if you are watching the show, I know some people are watching the show for the first time. I'm looking at my viewership and I'm seeing new names. So good morning to all of you. For those of you who are afraid to greet or comment in the comment section, remember to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already. We are a small community station and we are a channel that's trying to grow. Well, yeah, subscribe to this channel, click on the share button, share it with your friends, as the morning show, The Crack of Dawn, is about variety. We talk about all things different and every single thing on the show, whether it's scary, whether it's weird, but it's basically, well, mostly educational. As you know, we talk about things other people don't, so that's, I tend to think that's what makes us unique. Anyway, see you guys tonight, 7 p.m. on The Journey Show. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, have a blessed Monday. Bye-bye for now.